Taoism respects the passive receptive part of existence, which most of society underestimates, as we have seen trends and been programmed to work hard and do things 24 hours a day in order to get results. When someone is somewhat passive and laid back to receive something, they are viewed as lazy and not match up to societal bars of success. By becoming more aware of receiving what the Taoists call the feminine or the yin aspect of life, we will see that great force and effort are not always the best tools to get things done. The Taoists believe in the power of letting go of too much work and achieve what is referred to as flow state that we will tackle in another video. This state refers to the effortless action or Wu Wei. In this video, we will see how Lao Tzu, the ancient Chinese master of Taoism, enables us view life with less effort in a general view as his life lessons from the book Tao Te Ching. How can we live more effortlessly, letting go and just going with the flow of life, less with anxiety and stress, and achieving an abundant existence? The following are 5 life lessons from the Taoist master Lao Tzu. 1. By letting go, you become free. By letting it go, it all gets done. The world is won by those who let go. But when you try and try, the world is beyond winning. How do we lighten our burdens and characters? How do we let go of things that are so important to us? How is it possible to win life if we let go of things that enable us to be who we are? According to Lao Tzu in his book Tao Te Ching, enlightenment means to lighten the burden of life, to live an easy life, a life of reception. In order to thus reach this state of letting go and receiving the abundance of life, we have to search for those things that we are attached to, that we cling to, that cause us pain. We have various forms of attachment, including the attachment to recognition, attachment to security, and attachment to control. When we attach to these things, it means that we are not depending on the Tao for energy, but on the power we get from attachments. Developing a stance of non-attachment does not mean that you're being callous. It only makes you free and opens your heart to receiving more. To be content is to be happy with what you have, and to be happy with what you have is to be rich. 2. Don't force anything. The master does not force virtue on others, thus she is able to accomplish her task. The ordinary person who uses force will find that they accomplish nothing. When we force, we go against the natural order of things. In several chapters of Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu talks about the fallacy of thinking we can force things, that we can push things hard enough, and that we will eventually get our desired goal. Of course, there are things like working out that we can't just wait on the universe to deliver, so we have to grind to have better bodies. On the contrary though, Lao Tzu observed that nature has its own way of doing things. Nature reveals itself in a certain order, the order of seasons, birth and death. Some things are large, others are small, some are heavy, others are light, others die on the same day they are born, others take years to die or even be born. Human beings are part of nature, and we sure have a natural order of things. We are born, we grow and go through some things that naturally occur. We do not force growth, we do not force blood flow through the body, we do not force illness, we do not force some impulses like fight or flight when there is danger. All these things work the same way nature does, and if we try to go against nature, it is more like trying to catch the wind or swimming up a waterfall. It can never happen. When we finally give in to the direction of the wind or the stream, we accept that forcing our way can simply not work. So we let go and start to flow. When we finally get a way to work with nature, things will fall into place and we won't have to exhaust ourselves. This means that instead of working super hard, we can work with intelligence, looking at what direction the universe is taking us, putting our sails right so that the winds push them forward, instead of us having to put in all the work. 3. Change is inevitable, so embrace it even if it seems uncomfortable. In his words, new beginnings are always disguised as painful endings. We human beings often resent and resist change. We are used to the same way of life, the same job, the same routines, waking up, taking a cup of coffee, jogging, going to work, coming home in the evening to your family, repeat. We get used to the same rut that it seems as the only option we have in life, and a mental complacency sort of sets in. When things suddenly change, we feel afraid because it has become unpredictable, and we tend to try to get things to work for us and go back to normal. Even if change seems so painful, it is almost always necessary. Every change is important and meaningful according to Lao Tzu. In order for it to become a butterfly, it has to go through many changes, as in metamorphosis. In order for it to become a waterfall, there has to be a change in the structure of rocks on which the river flows on. In order for one to become an adult, which is also inevitable, the body has to change in order to accommodate it. We can't escape change. We can always embrace it, a new chance, a new direction, a new opportunity, a new life. In change lies life's momentum and progress. 4. Don't overburden yourself. Those who stand on tiptoes don't stand firmly. Those who rush ahead do not get very far. Those who try to outshine others dim their own light. We are in an age where it is admirable to push ourselves. Let us look, for example, at work. People nowadays are embracing the hustle culture, where it is praised to wake early and sleep late in order to become rich, a label that is important in the capitalism set of things that we've gotten used to. Most of us wake at 4 or 5 in the morning and sleep at 12 or 1, meeting deadlines and working extra jobs. Most of the time we overlook rest as important and sleep as unproductive. We tend to overwork our brains. After some time, people get stressed, our bodies become sick, we look tired all the time, we stretch the times that would have gotten things done. So instead of finishing a chore within an hour, it goes to 2. We are anxious and depressed. Though our intentions were good in the beginning, we face detriment in the long run. The reason why Lao Tzu would describe such a culture as standing on tiptoes is because we do not stand firmly on tiptoes, we will soon be tired than when we plant our feet on the ground. We have to recognize the power of balance between action and inaction, between effort and rest, between work and play. Overstretching the boundaries, although necessary for growth, will get things done in the short term. But with time, we become weak and vulnerable. Also, Lao Tzu observed that the more wealth we possess, the harder it is to protect it. So, the much pressure we put on us having a lot or doing a lot to accomplish things comes with a price. And when one fills the cup to the brim, it becomes harder to carry it around. 5. It is enough to have enough. Those who know they have enough are truly wealthy. It is natural for human beings to want to stack more things than we need. It is a nasty weakness we all have, the desire for more, especially when the things we have are sweet or bring us more satisfaction. For example, with wealth, if someone is poor or feels like they have little, they will work to get some amount of wealth in order to feel fulfilled. For the wealthy, they have to work extra in order to maintain and even multiply this wealth. It is a cycle of life. On the contrary, when we aim to get more, don't we forget to live? A common saying says, life is what happens when we are busy planning and chasing things. Lao Tzu observed that we can have so much. Our needs comes with a limit. We only need so much food to get energy throughout the day. We only need so much water to stay hydrated. We only need so much sleep to get enough rest. We only need so much exercise to get fit. Too much is harmful. For us, the main reason we tend to be amassing so much that we don't even need is fear. Fear of losing what we have or fear of not having all this stuff. It is much more related to our ego. The more we have, the more we are. More power, more say in society, more satisfaction. We also fear for the future, that if we don't get this much, then our future may be hard. We can only have enough and get contentment if we figure that the value we attach to outward things is based on delusion. For a fact, we don't even know for sure if the future is certain. We may die or get ill, and all we have worked for while not enjoying every bit of life is meaningless. We are not what we have, as those things we have are not in our control. There is a limit to what we can take. The things you own will end up owning you. The message here is not for us to live an extreme form of life that does not satisfy the basic needs of human nature. It is not a crime to live in a nice, comfortable house. We have to learn the art of moderation. It is enough to have enough. Thank you guys for being here and watching this video. I have been Mobisa, your host today. I hope you liked it. Please tap the like button and subscribe for more videos with ancient wisdom made practical. Till next time.